In many parts of the world, the soils are becoming tired and the crops produce less. To know if your soil is good, you need to know whether your soil is acidic and how much organic matter it has. The pH is a measure that indicates if the soil is acidic, neutral, or alkaline. Most crops grow best in neutral soil. Soils that are depleted or heavily leached are often acidic. Soils can also become acidic from the high use of chemical fertilizers. Acidic soil inhibits the bacteria that help organic matter to decompose. Acidic soil makes some nutrients less available to crops. A good soil has a lot of organic matter. Organic matter includes all living and dead material from plants and animals. The dead material that has been broken down into tiny particles of less than 2 millimeters is called the particulate organic matter. This particulate organic matter is food for the crops and for the good microorganisms in the soil. As these particles decompose more, the microorganisms turn them into stable organic matter that keeps the soil healthy. Soils with many of these particles become soft, rich in nutrients, and it can hold more water.
Lo bueno es que hacen que los bichitos alimentan el suelo.
The living creatures feed the soil. And how do these little animals feed themselves? With small pieces of those natural fertilizers that we apply.
No sabemos, por ejemplo, sabemos vender los que están.
We didn't know that. We used to sell our manure to those who produce lettuce and vegetables, and we did not value our fertilizer. Now that we have learned that it is better for our land, we are applying it ourselves.
Let us see how farmers in the high Andes of Bolivia collaborate with researchers to find out if their soil was good. If you want to compare fields or want to know how the soil changes over time, you must use a standardized method to sample your soil. With a spade, remove a block of soil 20 centimeters wide, 20 centimeters long, and 20 centimeters deep. Collect soil from 5 places. This is to have soil from all over the field, because the soil can be a little different from one part of the field to the next. If there is a great difference, you can take up to 10 samples. Mix the soil. Remove any stones and keep about 1 kilogram of soil to do the tests. Let us first see how to measure the soil pH.
It is important because we want to really know our soil to be able to plant. We have to be sure, because as we have learned, if the soil is bad, then we need to give it more food.
Soil pH is measured on a scale from 0 to 14, and 7 is neutral. To measure soil pH, you need pH paper, which you can buy in a well-stocked pharmacy or bookstore.
Hay unos limones dulcecitos también.
When the soil is acidic, it has values below 6. Lemon juice is very acidic, and it will change the color of pH paper from yellow to red. If the pH is above 8, it is alkaline. When you put the pH paper in water with ash, it will change from yellow to green. Most crops develop best when the pH is between 5.5 and 7.5. To test the pH of your soil, fill a glass with 2 centimeters of soil and add bottled water, low in minerals, until it is 4 centimeters high.
4 centímetros. Me ayuden si es 4. Y con un palito ahora vamos a remover.
Stir it for a minute and let it sit for 2 minutes. Submerge the strip of pH paper in the water with the soil for 10 seconds, and the pH paper will change color. Then compare the paper with the color chart to tell what is the value of the pH from 0 to 14. When your soil is acidic, add ash or agricultural lime. For very acidic and alkaline soils, compost, green manure, and animal manure make the soil pH more neutral or balanced, and the crops can yield better. Now that we know how to measure the pH, let us see how to measure the particulate organic matter. You need a wash bottle. You can make a wash bottle by punching holes in the lid of a small water bottle. Prepare a small plastic water bottle with between 100 and 150 2-millimeter holes near the bottom of the bottle. You can perforate the bottle with a small hot nail or wire. Make a 15 by 20 centimeter sack from muslin cloth that lets water and clay pass through, but not sand. Find a cloth that has a mesh of only 1/4 millimeter. This is the size of the holes in a nylon stocking that has been slightly stretched. To do the test, put the bottle with holes inside the bag of muslin cloth. Weigh 100 grams of soil from the sample you took in the field. There must not be any stones in the soil. Put the soil inside the bottle and close the lid. Submerge the bag with the bottle in a bucket of water and wash the soil. If some clods of soil remain inside the bottle, break them up with a small stick and keep washing until no more soil will come out of the bottle. Put the bag in another bucket until the water remains clear.
Ya casi está limpio. Ya no vamos a necesitar otro. Sí, está limpio. Está limpio. Si se hubiese seguido así, no, otro más así.
Inside the bottle, there will still be small stones, roots, and twigs larger than 2 millimeters. Discard these. The particulate organic matter will have passed through the holes and remain inside the bag. Transfer all the contents of the bag into a pitcher with water. The particulate organic matter will float, and the sand will settle on the bottom. The organic matter that floats is poured on a small piece of ordinary cloth. For example, cloth from a t-shirt that lets water pass through quickly. Use the wash bottle to add more water to the pitcher, and the organic matter will float again. Repeat this step until no organic matter will float.
Listo. Ya el frasco está limpio. Ahora esto, lo que ha quedado, tenemos que hacer.
Finally,
secar.
dry the particles of organic matter.
Después de
Once
seco,
dried,
vamos a
form a solid circle with the organic matter and measure the circle. If the circle measures 7 centimeters, the particulate organic matter is high.
dice, algunos granos ni se forman, ni
A circle of 3 to 7 centimeters means your soil has a medium level of organic matter.
Eso quiere decir que es
And a circle of 2 centimeters or less indicates low organic soil matter. If your soil is poor in particulate organic matter, you can add manure and compost, green manures, or you can rotate with legumes. You can also incorporate crop residues or mulch.
Nosotros estamos seguros de lo que nuestro suelo está sano. No colocamos nada.
We are sure that our soil is healthy. We do not apply any chemical fertilizer. From the time of our ancestors, we have worked organically with the fertilizer from the animals and also the herbs that the earth gives. This also serves as fertilizer. Because of that, we are sure that our produce is organic and the earth is healthy.
Orgánico y la tierra es sana.
Let's review what we have learned. To understand the state of your soil, you can measure the pH and the particulate organic matter. To improve an acidic soil, add ash or agricultural lime. You can improve soils that are either too acidic or too alkaline by adding compost, green manure, or animal manure. This will also increase the organic matter in your soil and improve your crop yields.
Bueno, hemos aprendido en los análisis de la tierra.
We learned about the soil analysis today, and we are going to continue with it and teach it to those who come after us, our children who will continue with the land, because that is the most important thing on earth. It feeds us, so we are going to teach.